very much for addressing some of our burning questions about Aboriginal writing and publishing and other issues around identity and politics and corruption and prison. And they covered so many topics that I've lost track. But I want to thank you all. I'm now just going to open up the floor for question and answer. We do have some empty seats at the front, so if people want to take some time from the back there, if you're comfortable, that's fine, but if you'd like to move up, there's a few seats up in this area. So it's totally up to you, but I'd like to now open up the floor for questions and answers. And just if you'd like somebody specific to respond to your question, just maybe ask their name and they'll respond. So.
I have a question myself.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if from the students that are here from, I'm assuming a high school, is that correct? What are you reading in your English? Are you reading any Aboriginal writers? Pardon me?
We're going to start reading excerpts from 3-Day Road.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Thank you.
Okay, we have a question over here.
Louise, I heard you talk about the idea of how you incorporate culture with your writing and your role as a writer. And I thought it was real interesting. How do you stay away from the idea of that commodification factor that might happen as a result of you being a writer, so that when you're using cultural icons, where does the value stay with the writing, so that when you're impacting your reader or readers, what is it that you hope that they'll translate from your perspective, so that they keep the intent of the purpose of the writing, and can it stay there with the amount of emotion that you want to put into the words that you put on the page?
In terms of the commodification, I don't feel that I'm doing that because others have already done that. So I won't take responsibility of that. If I'm addressing like the story of the rolling head, which I grew up with, is I keep the essence of the story in there. And being a writer, I actually probably can embellish it from what I grew up with being a contemporary woman in contemporary times. But the essence of that particular story is always in place. I don't feel responsible for how people react to my work. I think that is the intent of any writing, is that every writer, any book that I've ever come across, I'm responsible for my own feelings and to investigate that writing. That is the what good writing does, is to invoke all of the thoughts and emotions and to challenge it and to think about it. And that's really important, because most of us Aboriginal people have grown up with the Bible shoved in our face, and many of them, as Marie said, and is that people don't want to hear our stuff, and that's not thinking for ourselves. And I've been taught to think for myself from my heart, and in Cree that's translated from my heart I think. You know, in our ceremonies, if people really study ceremonies, that's what our psychology is all about, is to think for ourselves, to feel for ourselves. And that's the intent of my writing. I don't know if that answers your question.
Well, I think it kind of does, you know, in the meaning of a ceremony, because it seems like we're trying to take a slice of an experience and put so much weight to it, and then how does it really actually fall into what we do from a ceremonial point of view or a sacredness point of view?
I don't give away all of everything when I'm writing. I don't think that's the intent. Rather, It's to guide a person to think for themselves and to figure it out. You know, because when our elder taught us by observation, he never fed us, you know, the moral or the way. It was observation and interaction. And so that's the same with when you're reading somebody's material. It's all observation. And like, oh, is that what that means? Like, there's so many layers to writing that you can go many different places. And for me, I just love reading and story sharing because the story is meant to be finding your own soul in some place there. Is to be and to challenge that soul. Am I comfortable in this place? That's what I was taught.